Alright guys, welcome back. So today I want to go through Tower Trials and do a little bit of a guide on how to defeat it and some of the best characters to be using in Tower Trials. Definitely leaning more towards the free-to-play friendlier side. But that being said, even if you are free-to-play, you can still spend diamonds on banners. And if you've been following my advice since the launch of the game, everyone should have been summoned for Barn. So most of you lot probably should have a decently duped out Barn. Even 3-star will do wonders, right? Even 2-star probably able to be usable, right? But if you did manage to get Barn to like 5, 6, 7-star, you know, you fully finish a banner, maybe spend some actual Waker tokens onto him, then he is going to clear through a lot of it. I'm going to try my best not to actually use him because he will just literally clear through all of it. And if anything, go towards some more unique characters. That'll be helpful. And once again, you can look at your account and see what you have in terms of legendaries that you can actually use and of course use them. Now the big thing I got to stress is even though I can defeat it with my characters, you lot may not be able to do that, and that's because of your account stats. That's one thing I think people overlook in this game, is that hey, just because I have a 3-star Barn or 7-star Barn doesn't mean he's gonna hit as hard as your 7-star Barn. And it's mainly because I've of course been leveled my tavern. You can see all the way above me I'm level 725. My Sigurd treasures I have gotten quite good as well, where I do have the unique plus actual equipment. My research lab has gotten pretty far as well, and also my constellation is halfway through, right? So once again, if you can't do it, don't worry, just come back in about a week's time of doing all your dailies, all your resets, doing your actual, you know, base defense, and after a week you can come back and probably clear through a lot of them. And of course, every 2 weeks now, in less than a week's time from now, basically, we're gonna be probably getting a new Merlin, so you may summon for her, and she should be what I imagine to be a pretty good debuffer. That'll probably help you clear through a lot of content as well. Okay, so we're gonna split these two videos in two different parts. With normal, which normal, if you lot don't know, you can go in towards any stage and bring type advantage, but you can also, more importantly, bring any color you want to, as long as you have the character. Where when you go towards the hard difficulty, you can only bring type neutral. So right now, you're going to be against red characters, you can only bring red characters. And because of that, this one's a bit more, not, I won't say pay to win, because by the time you get to defeating hard stages, you probably will have some legendaries anyway, to where even a 1-star Gelder can somewhat still be helpful, right? But yeah, in this stage, you have to bring actual, you know, 4 red teams. So, you know, using a 4 unique reds and even epics probably isn't going to cut it. You might have to level up your account stats a lot higher than what you would normally be able to do. But still, you can bring some legendary characters, and that goes for greens as well, where you have to bring 4 greens, 4 blues, and of course 4 yellows as well. So we'll start with normal. If you want to jump to hard, then just jump towards that in the timeline right now. So let's start with the red stages. So red stages, type advantage means you have to bring in characters. Now you might think, hey, I want to bring a full team in characters. You don't need to do that. The way Tower Trials works is they bring a bunch of characters. So meaning AoE is kind of king in these game modes, because if you have a bunch of AoE damage, you're going to clear through a lot of them a lot faster, rather than bringing a bunch of single target skills. Also, with some of the stages, even though I'm only going to go through how to clear through, you know, wave, I guess, 30, because if you can beat wave 30, you can kind of beat all of them a little bit. And at least for wave 30, you know, if you bring in characters are type advantage, you are going to get silenced, which is not the biggest downside. But yeah, this is the team you can bring if you want to. All right, so for the red stage, this is something you can build to. Now, this doesn't mean you have to copy my team exactly. It's once again just a little bit of a guide on what to do, right, and how you should be going about building your team. So bringing a tank character in this situation, Wallow might be the best tank for most of you lot, so bring him. Diane, most people should be able to get her towards high dupe levels, so naturally she'll be a character that can be somewhat decent on the actual team. Probably put out around like 30 to 40 million damage, which isn't too bad. But doing bear in mind though, is she does have to bring a healer, which is, to be fair, probably something you could do anyway. So if you want to bring a healer, you could bring Garage. She does okay. But if you, once again, if you have Gloxinia, you have Zaneri, you know, any other healer that's, you know, of legendary, then that might be a bit better, especially if you can dupe them out a little bit too. So yeah, for the sake of it, we'll bring Garage. She does alright, right? The next 2 characters, and this is the one I want to focus on a lot as well, is the big AoE healers. Kane, I've been saying this a lot in my videos, is probably one of the best unique DPS in the game, because he has this massive fireball which deals damage in a 2-meter radius, and also as well this tier 2 skill which does 2 meter but also a bit further back, right? So it's a really good AoE skill. You'll see that he does probably a bit of the most damage as well. The next 2 characters, at least in the red stage, bringing Gilfrost. He won't do the most damage, but he does have a lot of AoE skills and a bunch of debuffs that'll be somewhat helpful. Like low attack speed could be alright a little bit. Nullifying damage for one time could be alright as well. But his main use is that he stays behind everyone and has a bunch of AoE damage, because all of his skills do have a massive radius, especially if there are a bunch of people on the field. And also as well, we're going to be talking about these 2. So Goldfight is going to be a plug and play a little bit for most of your actual stages, which is why I do recommend pulling for him right now. Even if you can get him towards 2 to 3-star, get more accuracy can help you very helpful in these stages, especially when you're using unique characters. And his ultimate, which will obviously reduce the cooldowns of your characters, which can be very, very helpful. But also as well, Gopher is actually going to be a really, really good DPS in here because he's got AoE damage, does more damage with red characters. He's actually going to be a really good DPS. Now, King for me is 3-star. However, he can do the most damage because King, if you haven't built up, or not even built up, but like even like 1 or 2-star, depending on what stage you're on, he'll still be very, very helpful because just getting that blue attack to where you can buff up your mod if you are bringing some blue characters. Of course, if you are bringing Gopher, which most people should be bringing Gopher, then yeah, you can literally buff up his damage, right? And I assume most people right now will be using Barn, even if he's like 1 or 2-star. So bringing up King to buff him up is also going to be very, very good too as well. King is actually insane for a lot of this because he has massive AoE damage. So you will see throughout the battle, he does do the most damage. If you want to know the ultimate rotation, this is kind of what I've been doing. This is the ultimate rotation. You don't care about these two, but King, like a big, massive AoE nuke, is obviously very good too. Once again, going towards Kane as well. And a mod, I guess I didn't talk too much about, but he gets the buff by King. He's got a massive AoE acid passive as well, where he just does a bunch of AoE damage. This skill, it's alright, but if anything, you're just doing AoE damage with the ultimate. But yeah, if we start right now, I'm pretty sure most of the time I clear for it because you'll see right now, King does do the most damage, as you will see, because once again, he just got massive AoE damage. Mine is 3-star, but once again, his banner isn't even out, but I managed to get him a lot here. But you'll see right now, Kane also doing a lot. Mod also doing a lot as well. Diane also doing a lot as well. Like, this is my big point. Even though I know King is carrying most of it right now, but you're seeing right now that, like, even Gopher's doing a lot. You know, Kane's doing a lot. I mean, you can see right now, Guildfrost isn't being too bad as well. And once again, if you had, obviously, you know, Barn on your team, he'd probably doing the most damage. And actually, right now, even though I've cleared through already, I've beaten my actual record, even when I bought Barn before. And this will show you an example. If you did have Barn, right, you could bring this team. My Barn is obviously insanely cracked, so you'll see he probably... If he could do comparable damage towards King, that'd be impressive, right? And even any other character, because he has mostly single target skills. So the fact he's doing them numbers and just clearing through a lot of it shows how good obviously Barn is. So once again, really do recommend bringing him, even if he's lower dupe levels. But once again, most people should have been selling on his banner. A few of them might be asking, is there a replacement towards Gopher? And not really, because Gopher buffs up every color in the game. Like, literally just buffs up all your allies, where once you go towards more specific teams, then it gets a bit harder because they buff up, like, only in characters. Like, I could bring Arthur, for example, but he only buffs up, you know, yellows, and that's not really good towards Kane and also Mod, right? But mod speed we spoke about yesterday, but, like, he's really good no matter what team you're in, and it actually makes sure other characters do more damage. So, we just put, like, mod speed in the middle, place ultimate first. You will see, I think my King does, like, 170 million, where right now, we actually might do a lot more. So, Boomy does a lot as well, and then King... To be fair, did around the same, but I think because my mod speed did way too much damage as well. And you can see, actually, to be fair, mod speed kind of broken in these stages. I just don't want to bring him because I feel like it's a bit cheap. So yeah, that's kind of the red stage. This one should be a breeze for most people because, well, they've released 2 back-to-back in characters, that being Gopher and Barn. You should have them up. Plus, they give Diane, Arthur, and like Guildfront for free as well. Most people should be the clear through. So let's go towards the green stage now. Okay, so for the green stage, you want to bring red characters. So you probably want to lean a bit more into reds because there actually are quite a few decent red characters you could be bringing. Once again, going down that road of focusing on AoE characters. So Kane is going to do most of the work here, thankfully. He is going to literally kill mostly everyone on the field. However, I'm going to give a shout out towards Vivian because Vivian does have a bunch of AoE skills. Once again, good range and just a bunch of damage. You'll see he does. Well, she doesn't do as much damage as Kane, but she actually does comparable damage. This ultimate is kind of useless. You don't really care about bind, but once again, it does do a massive AoE radius, that being 3 meters from initial target, so it ends up stacking up quite a lot of damage as well. We're bringing Ren. Ren will actually keep until last because what Ren ultimate does do is she teleports behind everyone and then kind of dies. So yeah, leave her towards last. And then of course we're gonna bring Glocks in here because at least for wave 30, since we are more or less using more, you know, red characters, and you know, this actual stage right here, we didn't use that many yellows, so we were getting silenced, where now we are getting silenced with this actual stage. It's only relevant towards stage 30, so maybe you could go towards Garage. But yeah, bringing a decent healer that can remove buffs as well, you know, Glocks in here can do, and also I guess Denari or, you know, any legendary healer, they would also do very, very good too. And then yeah, we're bringing Elet's not been, I don't think, the craziest character. Mine is 2 3-stars, so she does alright damage, but not too much. But her main use is to buff with the crit chance, which means hopefully do a bit more damage with the AoE hitters. Go for, like I did say, big plug and play character. Gonna restore energy, give you more ultimates to go off. It can help you clear through it. The banner's out right now. Still really recommend spending at least like 80 to 100k gems on his banner. It's really, really worth it, right? Even though we know Merlin's coming probably likely next, you still have enough time, even if you're some frame right now, to get Escanor. If you're still new in the game, there's a bunch of gems from Tower Trials and also, you know, normal story mode. You'll be fine. Even when Escanor comes out in a month's time, you still have 2 weeks after this banner being out to get him. And then we put Melly because, once again, the characters are green, so we don't bring blue characters, and there's no, like, decent green... I mean, there are some decent, like, yellow light characters. Once again, if you have Bond, bring him, either King. That combo works really, really well. But Melly's been alright. Once again, just doing tap neutral damage, good AoE damage, why not, right? So, this is a rotation. We are bringing Doggetto, who actually does do quite a lot of tanking. Probably the best tank you could bring as a free-to-play right now. Elect to buff up our crit chance. Boom. Big AoE nukes here. Big AoE nukes here. Gonna heal the whole team because Doggetto does get close to dying. And then, boom. Big AoE nukes here. Decent damage, but more or less just resetting our cooldown so we can then use more ultimate Ds. And then Ren can stay at the back because we don't care about her. But she does alright damage. So, if we jump in right now, you'll see... I'm pretty sure we can clear it with this team. And once again, you can obviously go towards, you know, more better legendaries if you had them duped out. Like, obviously, like I've been saying, Barn is very, very good too. So we're going to get silenced here, but once the silence does get removed, you'll see some big damage coming through it. So boom, right there, Kane. And even Vivian doing more damage, which is outrageous because Kane's abilities do more damage towards type advantage. So the fact that she's doing that much is kind of crazy. So looks like we might have got a bit of bad RNG because our Doggetto did die. So Gluxy didn't heal enough time, and so we did first one, but I know we can do it, so I'll probably try again. Alright, so let's see if we can clear it. But yeah, my main point of why I'm making this video is that, like, I want to stress some and highlight some actual unique characters that you lot definitely can be using. Because I know a lot of people haven't probably even thought about using Vivian, because why would you, right? She's not that great outside. Oh, big nuke there from Kane. 400 million, like, one hit is crazy. But yeah, Vivian, obviously very good in Tower Trial because she's got big AoE nukes, and kind of that's why she's good also in PV as well. Because once again, just more characters, certain characters get a lot more better. So we are actually dying here, but since we've got a big nuke with Kane, we should be able to clip through it in time. And yeah, there we go. So yeah, that is the red stage. Once again, this one should be the easy one because you can bring two, probably the best DPSs, even if you had some legendary characters built up, just because these lot do have type advantage. And like I said, my Vivian right now, yeah, HP. Imagine she attack rolls. Okay, so for the blue stage, once again, after that last performance for Vivian and Kane, I think I might be going towards both of them in all of my teams now, at least when they're not type disadvantage, because they still just do so much, right? Doing AoE damage is just so powerful. So, yeah, bring characters. Doggetto, actually, to be fair, might do a lot because this actual ultimate ability hits really far behind everyone, so it actually isn't too bad for starting to bust himself up, right? And then, of course, going towards Bellion's not going to be too bad. Melly's going to be pretty good too. Gloxinia, to be fair, is going to get silenced, so it could be quite annoying. So you know what? We might want to go towards another healer that isn't actually, you know, type advantage, so he doesn't get silenced. And maybe putting a Zenarian might be a bit better. And once again, Vivian and Kane, they're going to be like the best DPS a little bit, even though they aren't type disadvantage. Even though they are type neutral, basically. I got a mod in because, once again, you could bring... you know, Barn, King, like, I don't want to lean more into them because they'll just be most of them doing damage. Also, I want to stress, obviously, if you had Zarathos built up, that could really work really well as well. Monster we spoke about like 2 days ago, probably the best character for all stages, but once again, I don't want to lean into him. So once again, you can bring him for every single stage. This one probably being a lot better as well. And yeah, go for plug and play characters. Let's see if we can do it now. I'm not too sure. I have gone close with this team, but that's because I was using Gloxinia. So once again, bunch of AoE characters. Let's see. You'll see right now, I'm pretty sure Kane and, since they don't get silenced, but like Kane and Vivian will probably do the most damage. But look at Doggetto's damage though. Like, see, that's not bad for a, you know, a tank character, right? Because again, he has that massive, like far knockback of skill. Melly got a really, really good hit though, so he's actually carrying a lot here. Where the last game I did try, he didn't do as much. So even if you fail the first time, just keep replaying until you do get some like big hits from Melly. Like you said, he did like way more than I think any other character would. But I know the first time I played it, Vivian and Kane did the most. It's just, I guess my position was probably better with Melly being a bit further back. Melly is going to clear through it. And I guess what I would do now is probably showcase the team I would use. So yeah, this team right here is probably what I would bring to clear through, I think, every single stage because it just does really, really well. Swapping out, you know, Melly or Kane when we need to. But you'll see right now, once again, my ultimate order is something like this where we just buff up with, obviously, Mon Speed. And you'll see right now, once again, just big AoE here is like Mon Speed, like King. Followed by Kane, followed by Go for Even, followed by Doggetto. It's going to do unreal damage. So, you'll see right now, we buff up with, obviously, once we're obviously unsilenced. Boom, he goes. Then Munspeed goes. Big AoE nuke. King follows up. Do a lot of damage as well. Barn obviously being broken too. But you can see right now, my melee only did like 61 million because he's not like shining this team. But once again, just goes to show, even if a character doesn't look that good, if you just position him well and just wait for them to hit like a big hit and big cluster of characters all together, then he actually do quite well. I mean, I'm actually failing this one. Wow, so he even failed it with my best broken team. Once again, we just kind of got bad RNG then. I think I definitely leaned probably a bit too in towards the green characters, but I still didn't bring a healer. So if I just took out probably Kane and put a healer in, we might be fine. But hey, shows the power of the unique characters. They can be really, really good. Okay, so final color with the yellow stages here. This is something you might want to go towards as well. Once again, leaning more in towards King. Now, obviously, I'm trying to not use King and Barn like every single team. Barn always works very well in the stage, even though he's type neutral. But yeah, King is going to do the most damage because mine is 3-star. But I still think, even when I had him towards like 1 or 2-star, he was still dealing the most damage in most of the stages just because he's type advantage hitting like you know, 8 enemies, right? Even a 1 or 2-star King will probably still do a lot as well, right? And then Atra probably being a lot as well. His ultimate can hit a lot of people. It's not the biggest one, but to me, it can do a lot of damage, and that will then scale up as well. Same with Mod 2. Like, we're bringing a lot of blue characters for the stage, so naturally, you want to bring a cleanser. But what I'm going to do actually now is probably put Glocks in here first, just because I want to cleanse that silence, which is only, once again, only relevant towards wave, or I guess, wave 30. But yeah, for blues, you have the best buffer in the game being King, so, you know, natural fit there. And then, obviously, you have quite decent uniques being Atra, Mod, Delgia as well. Henriksen, most people should be getting him towards higher dupe level just because he's a carry given up for free, so you might as well use him. Probably not going to impress me. Like, my Henriksen, I think, is what? Got, like, almost max unique rolls here, but still doesn't do that good, even compared towards modding and, you know, Atra as well. So, yeah, we put our, you know, cleanser first, removing our debuffs. We're about to pop off here, and you'll see straight away how much damage you do. Once again, I want to stress, you could bring also Barn if you have him. You could bring Monspeed too. Monspeed would do really well too in the stage. But yeah, we buff up here. We cleanse, and then boom, King does the most damage there. It's natural, of course, right? But you see, Atra just died actually, unfortunately, but he did do the most. Mod doing the most as well. Atra probably would do the most as well if he was still alive. I think I'm maybe working on my position a bit better because he got, I think, hit by the Monspeed ultimate. But you can see right now we're clearing for it. King once again did the most, but I think if I just maybe move Mod, that Atra might be better. Yeah, so if I put in Garad, let's see if that makes a difference. Because Garad, you don't need to use ultimate. You can leave it to last. And she heals past review for a tier 2 skill. It's kind of why I really like Garad. And 2 heals with Glux and Garad should be alright, you know. So Bim King uses the ultimate, the most. Mod follows up, doing equal damage. Glux nearly died first here, but we still have a little bit of heals coming through. Oh, okay. Kept Atra alive enough longer to actually do quite a lot of damage there. Oh, we got silence. That actually cancelled the ultimate. I saw that. And we still at 2%. So, yeah, I think my point stands, though. So, yeah, I'd say the only reason why I'm struggling a lot of these stages is because the silence does stop my ability. So, it can be quite annoying. Where you lot would not have that problem while climbing up all the floors. So, some of these teams and some of these characters, like I said, that have type advantage, big AoE hitters, are probably really good. So, that's kind of it for the normal stage. Let's jump over towards hard, which, to be fair, is probably easier to just talk about. Alright, so in hard difficulty, like I said, you can only bring characters that are type neutral. So you are forced to bring all reds in a red stage. And to be fair, guys, at this point in the game, there's only really like one team you can bring, right? Like, so there's not really much replacements other than saying, hey, I could swap out my Gelder, maybe put in an actual Hellbrim, or there was a Death Pierce to get a bit more heals because he does heal with his ultimate. So like that's like the only thing I could say consider a little bit. But in this stage, bringing 2 tank characters, literally the only 2 tank characters you can bring. Why not? We've talked about it throughout the first half of the video if you saw it, but like Vivian and also, you know, Kane are going to be the best damage dealers. We have melee, so we might as well bring him. And then bringing Elette to actually buff up our crit chance for all the characters is obviously very, very good too. I guess I will say Diane could be kind of good because you get evasion, so the more likely to miss you. So you might want to start with her. So we'll just jump in. You'll see straight away we clear through it. Since it's only right now 20 stages for obviously the red difficulty and all the hard difficulty, you don't have that unique path to where you get silenced. Because if you're forced to bring full red team and get silenced all the time, then it could be different. But you know, that'll be a guy for like another video here. But right now, Vivian doing the most. And yeah, if anything, it comes down towards a bit of dupes and also your accounts because Kane's not doing a lot actually. He's not gotten big hits. Oh, there we go. We got one big hit there. That's all it comes down to is Vivian and Kane getting some big hits. Melee doing alright for single target damage. But yeah, that's the red stage. Like I said, there's not really too much to talk about for the hard difficulty because you're forced to bring this exact team every single time, basically. Okay, so for the green stage, this is what we're bringing. So, of course, the classic uniques. So, Ghetto being your tank character, Melee, Reinhardt, and also Billion being your best DPSs for the green characters. We are bringing Liz because why not? She does do right. She can boost your cooldown, which to be fair is something similar towards what our Gopher could do, but we can't bring Gopher here. We get a bit more accuracy. Literally, it's funny, right? Because we're bringing Malascula and also Liz, which is basically just they're both combined together is what Gopher can do. It goes to show how powerful Gopher is. And then also bringing Monspeed, gonna be insane. Probably not the best if you don't have a dupe tower, but even still, I think I was still clearing for most of it on like a 2-star one. And of course, bring Gluxinia. Any other characters you could bring? Like I said, you could bring Garad if you don't have like Gluxinia built up. She's not too bad, but Gluxinia is better. Probably the next best two characters is Zartros. If you hadn't duped out, probably would be the best character because he has a bunch of AoE skills, a bunch of restoration when he kills people, which is obviously very good in Tower Trials. And yeah, if you had him, I'd bring him. You know, for the sake of it, let me take out Reinhardt and put him in. Let's see if he does good at 2-star. Like I said, I've already defeated it with this team. I believe Monspeed is now 3-star since I've last done it, so he's going to clear through most of it, I believe. But I'm curious to see how much damage Zartros does do, even at 2-star. He died straight away. So yeah, never mind. Don't use Zartros at 2-star. But Melee doing alright there as well. Maybe my position was bad because he got a bunch of AoE damage, which I'm surprised they did so much. But Monspeed's going to carry through it though, I think. Yeah, Zartros is way too weak. It's not even worth bringing him. Yeah, 2-star ain't cutting it. Because he's an upfront DPS, right? So it doesn't work. You're probably better off. Who was I bringing before that? Yeah, but we still clear through it anyway, because, yeah, Monspeed's doing a lot. I mean, Melee did a lot as well. If anything, probably bring, like, 2 tanks if you could. But, you know, Ghetto doing alright damage, you know. 120 million, because he's a tank character. It's kind of insane. But, yeah, I basically cleared 7 people, so it goes to show the difference. But, yeah, if you vote why not, probably even better, too. Alright, moving in towards the blue stage. It's going to be very, very easy here. We have a full blue team. Galan probably being the one you lot probably can't use. So, for the sake of it, I'm going to put in Dale. That might be very helpful towards me a little bit, because, he's not going to be that good. I don't know. But we'll bring Dale anyway. I guess everyone will have Galand. Where this stage, everyone should have King. Everyone should have Deldry. You'll have all these unique characters and epics built up as well. Zaneri, you don't need towards high dupe levels because literally all she does is heal. You can miss. It can still work on like a 0-star Zaneri. And then obviously, like I said already, Hendrickson's going to be duped out. So let's jump in. This is the ultimate order. Let's see if we can do a lot here. I do remember my Deldry doing quite a lot of damage because she had like big nukes a little bit. King is going to carry through most of it though because it's King. And I have now gone towards 3-star. Once again, I'm pretty sure I did it when he was 2-star. But Deldry... How much damage is she doing? Oh, she's at top now. Okay, let's see. Oh. So yeah, Deldry doing the most, like I said. She's actually alright at this stage. Because once again, she's got like a bit of AoE skills. So, she does do surprisingly a lot. More than Mod, actually, which I'm very, very shocked. Because I don't think she's got attack rolls. I think she's got HP. So yeah, I think for even the Dale's doing right, so 70 million. Like I think for the blues, it should be very, very easy because you get access to so many like uniques, epics, you know, blue characters that you should generally be fine as long as you have a king that just works. And then finally we have the yellow team, which once again I said already, but I feel like most people should have access towards the team very, very easy because most people should have something for Bond. He's going to be even good at a low dupe level. You get Dan dupe tap for free. You get Gil Vander dupe tap for free. You get Arthur dupe tap for free. You get obviously Arden and also Orlandi dupe. You kind of get dupe tap for free. They're unique characters. Same goes for our Gil Frost. Jericho you probably don't need. I'm bringing her and I did bring her. Obviously I'm not bringing Gopher because I didn't actually defeat this stage with Gopher, but you obviously could bring Gopher. Probably replace obviously Jericho instead. For the video I'm going to include Gustav because he actually got big AoE skills that could be very helpful, so we're going to use it for this video. I think that'll work. Why not? Yeah, okay, let's do this one. Let's see if we can clear through it. Like I said, I know we can clear through it because I've already done it basically with this team. I don't know how much Jericho actually helped out, but in a full-in team, might as well bring Jericho. She's not too bad. But I'm not a big fan of Jericho because she's a close supporter. It's not really fun. But once again, go for probably be able to clear through this probably the most, I'd say. Once again, Gilfrost doing quite a lot. Gustav getting some freeze in there. You kind of see a little bit. It's not been too bad. Diane doing alright as well. Arthur doing alright as well. Barn carrying for it. I mean, we still have like, what, 20 seconds left? No, not 20 seconds. How much is that? Like 10 seconds left. Barn did the most damage, but even like a low dupe level, Barn will probably be able to do the most. So, yeah, guys, I think that is going to wrap up today's video. Hopefully, this video did help out. Like I said, my main goal for this video is to showcase and highlight some of the unique characters that you probably didn't know were actually that good in these stages because you're not using Vivian ever in the game, but hey, in Tower Trials with a bunch of AoE characters, Vivian's actually pretty good too. And yeah, while there are some legendaries that are very helpful and that you can definitely bring, a lot of times you don't need to. The main core ones, of course, like I said, Gopher and King. And that's kind of it. If you had one speed built up, that's probably the best too. I was obviously purposely not using Barn, but if you have Barn, you can use them in almost every single stage. And of course, the 3 legendary characters that you do get are always good to use as well. So guys, thank you for watching the video. Hopefully it helped out. And yeah, if you have any other questions, let me know in the comments down below. I'll probably help you out. And yeah, peace.